Restoring native grasslands takes time, effort, and expertise, but cattle producers don't have to do it alone. Here's a look at how the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service, or NRCS, can support farmers and ranchers in their goals to bring pastures back to life and improve cattle grazing opportunities for the long haul.
On the eastern edge of South Dakota, corn and soybeans dominate the landscape, but not for Dawn Butzer and her family, who are working to grow their cattle business. They bought 100 acres of cropland and are turning that ground into native pasture.
I knew that it was going to be a daunting task because it's not every day that someone is putting tillable ground back to pasture. And so that's when I reached out to NRCS, because I knew that the government put that agency in place to help people like me. They are built for providing information. And so I went to my NRCS team, my local in Lincoln County, and I said, this is the plan, these are my goals, and this is what I want to do.
Dawn came in the very first time and had some really big goals and wanted to change crop ground to range ground, something that's not prominent down in southeast South Dakota. So it was a really great opportunity to work with a new producer and see their goals and ambitions to really want to graze livestock.
The value for them is great. The value for the land itself, it's also great. They want to be cattle people. That's their life's ambition, and we're doing it the best way we know how.
Before Dawn got started, she gathered information at a South Dakota Grassland Coalition grazing school. Cost sharing for the project came from Ducks Unlimited and South Dakota Game, Fish, and Parks. And the NRCS team stepped in with needed technical assistance to help create a plan for success.
As far as technical assistance, we kind of had a major hand in developing the seed mix, where to get the seed, how to plant it, everything else. We also helped her with water tank design, pipeline design, and her stream crossings.
So NRCS helped us do our homework on what type of water systems we wanted to put in, and also the water line layout. So you have a big rectangular parcel. Where do you put the waters? Do you put the waters in each quadrant, or do you kind of cluster them? And by clustering the automatic waters, we saved money on, labor of digging and the pipe.
From waterers to stream crossings, seeding mixes, and more, this expertise is available to any producer who reaches out to NRCS.
NRCS has a presence in almost any county across the nation, and it just takes walking into the office and visiting with technical staff in that office. So I would encourage any producer, any landowner to swing into their local NRCS office and start the conversation.
Working with NRCS really brought me a lot of comfort because they brought the education to the table. I just implemented it.
On the Butzer land, the native plants still need time to establish a root system, so it will be more than a year before cattle graze this land. But the results in just the first 5 months are impressive.
I am very impressed with the point that we're at in this project. When you first look at it from the road, you kind of go, boy, that's just a weedy mess. But you walk out here, it's just phenomenal, the diversity we got going on. Because if you start digging around, we have way more native grasses and forbs than we do any kind of weed pressure out here.
If you look around, it's pretty incredible. We're walking through grass that's shoulder high, we're getting pollen on our shoulders and all the way down to our knees. So the diversity out here is incredible. It puts a smile on everyone's face, and it's just different than the corn, bean, and alfalfa that we generally see in the county.
I come here and it feels like you, especially when you come down here on this creek bed and you can't see anything but grass, it really does feed my soul. And I feel like it's almost like the ground saying thank you.
From Lincoln County, South Dakota, I'm Brian Baxter reporting for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.
If you have conservation practices you would like to put in place on your operation, you should start by visiting your local NRCS office about the technical and financial assistance they provide. Go to their website, nrcs.usda.gov, to find an office near you.